No, you are not sending me back to fucking Afghanistan. You sent me to Afghanistan in 1996 after I was successful at college as retaliation for not supporting the Women's Center. What did the fucking Women's Center in the United States do? We're at a point where you can't even be an actual fucking woman because you got some old timer that's already been promised you're going to be their baby girl, and they'll steal your fucking female fucking hormones and fucking throw you out on the fucking street unless you agree to do things that are completely amoral and unconscionable. They give your life away to these men, and those men distribute it to these other women that don't give a fuck about other women. That's what you did with the Women's Center. Your Women's Center created an elite cadre of women that rob other women. There's no fucking way I could go back to Afghanistan. You destroyed the women of Afghanistan. You and your bullshit pseudo-feminism destroyed the women of Afghanistan when you made promiscuity a political right and void of any other fucking political rights. When you allowed for promiscuity to be considered freedom of expression, including commercialized promiscuity, and then you tried to rob people from other countries because you liked the way their minerals were running while you were being promiscuous, you destroyed their lives. You're going to have to take responsibility for how this false paradigm of so-called civil rights in the United States has destroyed political opportunities and political movements, including women-led political movements around the world, in order to play into the sadistic, fascistic tendencies of an entire generation of men that co-conspired with the Ku Klux fucking Klan. You've got to take responsibility for that. You're going to need to open up the files of what happened with the Israeli bake stock scandal. What happened with the Israeli bake stock scandal in the early 1980s? What happened with the Israeli bake stock scandal before the Landau Commission? And how did that factor into the contrivance of liquidation of national leadership during the fucking Intifada? The policy as it was coined when I was a fucking kid, liquidation of Palestinian national leadership. You know what it means? You let narcos and Nazis that infiltrated the fucking government in the United States, including with their cohorts and their little branch banking models that like to liquidate ladies and then see who's going to recapture them on the street within the deadline. If you don't recapture them on the street within the deadline, well, she just drops off the fucking map, right? And that's exactly what got set up that led to the movement of the people in goddamn fucking Central America, including Nicaragua and Honduras and El Salvador, that were disappeared. You know what you do with somebody when they're disappeared? You let a piece of shit like Sam and his fucking little narcos steal their life, liquidate it, and then redistribute it to people they've already fucking blackmailed into co-committing with crime. Co-committing crime with them, including crime that has deals that last 20, 40 fucking years. And a way to ensure the fucking criminal commitment is to fucking offer them a kid. Throw them a kid, see what they do. Including if they happen to be somebody that might be inclined to actually organizing for political rights. Throw them a kid that's in trouble. And see what they do. How are they going to struggle with that kid? And unfortunately, they offered way too many people they let live up till this point, those kids. 40, 30, 20 years ago, with the understanding that when they retired, they would get those kids as their retirement. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. No, you're not fucking sending me to Afghanistan, asshole. I still got a fucking vagina. Afghanistan kicked its women out, assholes. They kicked their fucking women out. You're going to need to deal with the fact that in this country, so-called fucking women have been selling other fucking women. When are you going to admit that there are women pimps in this fucking country? When are you going to admit that there are women slavers in this fucking country? When are you going to admit that those women slavers are being backed up by men that are willing to enslave people themselves? When are you going to admit you're not sending me any fucking where? I'm in fucking Texas for a fucking reason. These disgusting narco fucking Nazi old boys wouldn't let me fucking leave. I think they're fucking in love with me. But I'm not in love with them, right? Cut this shit out. Virginia is not for fucking lovers. You don't get to steal my fucking birth certificate and hook up a bunch of fake accounts with some fucking digitally augmented profile of a Virginia girl who comes from Virginia because Virginia's for lovers. And we just want to make you happy because we know that you've, done so much in your life and you've been so kind to us and we're so grateful. So we'll show you some affection. I'm not fucking showing you any affection. Stop this fucking shit about Afghanistan. You guys screwed up with Afghanistan. What the people of Afghanistan need is for the motherfuckers right here in the United States to clean up their fucking act. We need to fucking expose what these fucking Nazis here did, including what they did to the women of Afghanistan, including the women Nazis that fucking did this. And I'm sorry that you guys created a rainbow fucking coalition of fucking narco-Nazis.